again. Just a quick note about this next episode here. We suffered a bit of a gremlin attack during the taping of Two Tribes and lost some audio for the first 15 minutes or so of the show, aka Windows updated and Techmaster's Brad's computer was doing a couple of weird things. So the good news is, though, that it mostly was just the introductions and setup. So if you're a longtime fan, you already know us. If this is your first TMP experience, we do recommend you pop back to episode 1, I Know What Boys Like, our first episode in the series. Rob set up the episode a bit by talking about the upcoming release of the Our Friends the Machines toys, which is a Swedish version of Transformers that featured advanced interactions between the good guy Convoys and the bad guy Deceivers. He set the scene at the nearby mall where preparations were occurring at Toy Corner before focusing in on the kids at the spooky Thelema Records. The brooding and pretentious owner Neil was complaining about the attention being lavished on Toy Corner and the robot toys as Olaf entered the shop. Olaf was looking for a record to buy for his ailing father and stumbled face first into Neil's musical snobbery and, I'd like to call it dickery. Melanie, though, was receiving her guitar lessons from the former frontman of Mythology and came into the scene to protect poor Olaf from Neil's abrasive personality. So hop right into the middle of the storyline, and we hope you enjoy.
In the heavy metal store. My.
You're like metal, that sounds right.
Steel guitars.
Metal, like tractors.
There is the clerk who is the infamous Neil. He rose to fame, I think, in the late 70s as sort of the Swedish answer to, or maybe even the early 80s, as he was kind of considered the Swedish answer to like Ozzy Osbourne. For our fans out there, if you want to throw out some suggestions for the name of his band, we will ponder over some of them. But his star has since faded, and he's seated in black t-shirt, black jeans, thinning long hair.
Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
But still kind of like spiked up, like in the middle. Over the din of the record that he has playing of some obscure heavy prog rock band, the thick ring of a landline. And he rolls his eyes and slips off of his stool and scoops up the phone. Hello? No, we don't have any of them. No, we're never going to carry them. They're stupid robot toys. And then he hangs up the phone. Can I help you?
I'm looking for a gift from my dad. He likes music.
It hurts. Right here.
What kind of music?
I'm not exactly sure. I just know he has a record player, but only like a few records.
You are not exactly sure, and you decided to come here.
Oh, I don't like him.
You have the largest supply.
Oh.
Have you been eating too many cow chips,
Oh, I don't
young
like
man?
him. Oh.
Neil Jerkface is his new name.
Well, you come out of the back because you were working on... What instrument was he teaching you to play?
Probably guitar. Or bass.
And you see Neil starting to lay into Olaf. Like, verbally.
Neil! Why are you being mean?
Because he came into this place, this sanctuary of sound, without one idea in his hay-stuffed head of what kind of music he wants to get for his father.
Neil, who better to ask than you?
Give me a heart plus charm roll.
Shit.
I'm holding back from punching you.
You might get some tiny dice in that dice jail of yours, I'm just saying.
It's always open.
What am I looking for again?
6.
You always got to hit a 6.
I got a 6.
Yes. A young mind to mold in my own.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Oh God, I hate him.
What did you say your name was, boy?
Olaf.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Listen. I am going to be your guide to the difficult left-hand path of music.
So this is for my dad? Can you be his guy?
You're
That's a fair point.
You will be teaching your father what true good music is.
Do you know any of the songs?
No, she's talking to you.
Olaf.
Well, he showed me, the Violent Femmes. But he likes, Jesus walking on the water and that kind of version of their songs.
Oh. American country music.
I like American music. Do you like American music?
That came out in 94.
It's a joke, goddammit!
Actually, the joke there, Ethan.
Well, actually, I brought this into the game, but let's me make fun of you guys.
I'm slip of the loop.
Touche.
Douche. All right. So then we shall begin. American country. He slips off of his stool and walks you to a very tiny corner of the shop. Yeah.
Can I just show him Johnny Cash? Yeah. Come here. Your dad'll probably like this guy. Like, he's pretty country, but he's kind of hardcore.
Okay.
Like, this one,
Yeah.
he totally did it in prison.
In a goth kind of way.
And, like, he stabbed somebody just to, like, watch him bleed. It's pretty metal for being country.
That sounds pretty sweet.
Johnny Cash is an acceptable choice. Come, I will teach you the riff to Ring of Fire. And we will
In a sexual way.
No! Why? Ethan, stop it! You're ruining the podcast! Well, What's wrong with you? Neil grabs the guitar and
It's like that episode of Different Strokes where that guy wanted to take pictures.
and he goes and he starts playing that, dung 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 ding 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 dung dung. Now, we will teach you how to play this, and you will impress all sorts of people.
Right.
What have you been practicing?
Yeah.
Even outside of the store? Bring. Hold this, please. No, their number is ends in 2. You've misdialed, you cretin! And he slams the phone down.
He's slightly endearing, but he's still an ass. So.
Yeah. When your first instinct is to bully the child, I would say.
Hey, in Neil's defense, I've accidentally done that to children before.
Oh. You've accidentally.
So one of the principles of
According to Ethan, allegedly, possibly a pedophile.
One of the principles of Tales from the Loop is to basically show that the kids are smarter than the adults, because the game is no fun if you go to the adults and say, hey, there's a UFO that landed in the field, and they're like, okay, let's get it. But
We'll take it from here, child.
right.
Let's go.
Cool. All right, roll Dex plus eat ice cream. But I still want to make sure that even though the adults may not have their flaws and will let the kids solve the mysteries, I still want to show that most of them at least have some redeeming quality. Except we cut to the home of the strikers.
Yeah.
What subject are you studying with Sam?
Oh, what am I bad at?
What are you not bad
Tech
at?
stuff, computer science,
Oh, man.
Typing.
typing.
Oh, yeah.
You're on a typewriter. Remember that.
So I think what you're doing is you are actually doing some computer programming.
Oh God.
It is the classic.
Breaking the internet.
It's the
Are we working on
where
the
you type
logo?
like
I typed Google into Google.
you typed. You're doing the line by line code thing where it's like 10 go north, 20 turn right, that thing, and it is going very, very slowly. Okay. Well, give me a tech plus program roll.
Where's the frack is program?
Right
P
under
one.
Tinker. It's number 5.
You have nothing.
Yeah, I'm rolling 1 die for my tech. It's a 3. I failed. Unsurprisingly.
So
This isn't over the edge.
you are clacking away, and what mistake is she making over and over, Sam?
You're forgetting that the end command at the end of each of the lines. So it's all just kind of
One.
It goes like halfway down the screen, and you're like, you need to go back and CR that.
Remember at the end of, you know what it is, you're just so stop.
I thought
You're just so enthusiastic to like hit the end that you're forgetting there's a lot of little ends inside the whole thing. Remember,
I forgot the end. What the end?
it's like the period at the end of the sentence. So
Are
what
there
you have
supposed to be
do is-
periods in here?
Yes. So put your hands in your lap and just and concentrate, but not too hard. And think about this program like you're giving a series of plays to your team. And if you say,
the metaphor play. Here we go.
if you say all the plays at once, like everybody just runs around and bangs into each other, right?
Why they get confused and then
Yes.
Ah.
So now think of the computer as a team, and you're giving it all the plays.
I suddenly understand code.
But you can only give it one play at a time.
Oh, I didn't push the button in between the thing.
Yes.
The door opens up, and it is your father.
I stand up and like,
Parade rest.
yep.
Is your father in the military?
No, but he's a jerk. Just don't want him to think you're doing anything you shouldn't be doing.
Well, he knows that you're studying here with Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a package.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing with your computer studies? Are you learning to computer?
I'm doing real good. Right? See, I did the it has the I was pushing the that button. And
What is the thing that you have been asking your dad for, like, the most? Like, every kid always has that thing that they're like, I just want this. This is what I want for Christmas. This is what I want for my birthday.
it's a good question.
Well, can you answer it?
Ooh, soccer camp. A trip to soccer camp for the summer.
Okay.
In America.
Oh.
Where women have their own team now because it's 1988.
Okay.
Take me with you.
He hands you the box. I thought this might help motivate you.
What is it?
It's a gift.
He opens it.
Wrong game. Wrong game.
It's a box full of hair.
Also wrong game.
Hashtag too soon.
Will always be too soon.
Too near the edge.
Hashtag not soon enough.
I'm assuming it's
hashtag
a
not
robot. It's
Spider-Man.
a tiny robot.
It is.
How many times are you gonna make that joke?
That was really the last time I was thinking on doing it.
God.
Sorry.
It is a deceiver that is called Recamax. Recamax. It has a very tiny, like it's a like a wrecking truck with like a very tiny crane and wrecking ball.
Very excited. I think I'm definitely like, it's like a truck. It's very cool. I like it a lot. It's
You want to give me a heart plus charm?
okay, my heart is actually 4. I don't have any charm though. So
Because this is going to, if you succeed, your dad believes that you actually liked it.
good. Great.
That
should
means you
know
give them
that it
for all the
sucks, though.
Christmases and all the birthdays.
Yeah.
I
It'll
want
be your
him to
only
not
gift.
know.
I got a 6. I also rolled some 1s and those are going in jail.
Okay. You don't have to worry about those in this version
Well,
of the rules. Other
They
than
don't need to roll 1s again.
other than you need to
That was
feed
also
your
2 and it's
private
fine.
dice prison program.
Do you want tiny dice to put in them?
If you want to throw some dice in there for safety.
No, I don't need to put tiny dice in there.
It'll fall right out anyway.
You might, actually.
Good, I'm glad. Your mother wanted me to buy you something frilly.
I hate frilly things. They suck. So
Like, she wanted me to buy you this makeup kit, and
oh,
you
I'd
don't need
never
that.
use that. No, you're right.
You don't need things like that. This is going to teach you robotics. This is going to be useful to know in the world.
Sam will help me too. She's really good at the buttons.
Good. I'm glad that you're learning. And he
A lot.
shuts the door.
Oh God, what is it?
It's okay, I guess.
Gort gets up and starts kind of approaching it.
And then his legs come off.
No, Gort!
This is what happens when you build things yourself.
Pew 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 pew. I like how you hit him like he was suddenly naked.
That
part.
I'd
And
mind if my
the
legs came off.
the deceiver like powers up or like moves and it actually transforms into its robot version where it has like the hook as a weapon.
In the
and-
box still?
No, this is
Oh, okay.
out of the box.
Yeah, I was
We'll take
confused.
them out
Hello,
of the box.
Overlord.
They're pretty cool. I mean, if you think about it this
And
way,
it starts
they-
kind of spinning the wrecking ball like
Is it
like
gonna
it's a
hurt
flail.
Gort?
Halt and identify yourself. And Gort kind of like stops and just kind of points at itself like,
You talking to
Shrugs.
me, dude? Okay, I'll just sit here.
Your move, creep.
What? It's doing a thing.
Yeah, they're supposed to fight when it comes in contact with one of the other ones. You know, with the so. What did you say? This one was a good guy or a bad guy?
This is a bad guy.
Deceiver,
Oh, that's a
yeah.
bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he's properly identified Gort as a good guy.
Did you program Gort that way?
What sense would it make for me to program something to be evil?
Right, so that's... No, I'm just saying, it's weird, though, that it recognizes...
Yeah, it is. Well, you know, it's a lot of... It's probably detecting the same kind of... there's a certain amount of magnetic field that goes into holding all the parts together. And,
Go ahead and give me a...
Yeah. Or am I just talking shit?
No. Give me a mind plus comprehend roll.
I got 2 6s.
Nice.
Okay. So I think you actually so you can ask 3 questions about this situation. Like why, how are they interacting?
Okay. What exactly is it that makes them recognize each other? Like, is it like? I mean, I would imagine that would be like
EMP or
some
like
kind of IR thing where it's like you activate a light or you activate.
You would think that, but like there shouldn't be a reason why that, unless Gort activated that same code, there shouldn't be a reason why, like, because in theory they'd be on like the same frequencies as each other, and this is go
because Gort is made with stuff that's not proprietary. Like
Is Gort made from stuff that you scavenged from the loop?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting?
The robots are going to take over the world.
This shouldn't work like this.
Well, you think that perhaps that Recamax is maybe made from similar stuff. And if
They're
Recamax
listening to us.
is made from similar stuff, then maybe the other toys that are coming out tomorrow are also made from that stuff.
That would make sense. Because why would the company, the Swedish Hasbro or whatever,
The company's name is Crafta.
Crafta.
That sounds very IKEA.
Yes.
Do you have more questions you want to ask about the situation?
I don't know. Gee whiz. Because it's like, well, I want to take it apart. Like that's
Okay.
since if I've kind of intuited that, well, I've made him from spare parts found around the loop. I want to see what's in that's similar to what's in Gort.
You can certainly turn this into a robotics lab.
I know, but this is
Your friends.
As long as it looks like it's still together, so I can be like, oh yes, it's so cool, look at it.
I really only have to show it to him like 2 more times. Then
I just have to show him I'm having fun with it.
Carry
a
it
couple of
around
times,
for like 2 days, and I'm
beep
good.
beep beep beep. Then it's like. My second question: can I open it up?
Go for it.
Okay. So the camera kind of pulls back as Sam puts the Recamax on the table and starts lays out her toolkit and starts unscrewing
Very precise.
things.
I start, I take out a piece of paper, and then everything that I take off, I put on the piece of paper, and I...
And Gort is handing you stuff, nurse, like, scalpel, bench.
Way better
We
than
cut
operation.
to the next morning.
And in the distance, boom, as everybody's eating their breakfast.
And Alex and Rue are at the school, and they are they're early to feed Nim.
Dice food.
I got new little yogurt things for you, so I hope you like this one. I have things.
Why did you decide to help Rue
Feed the rat.
feed the rat this morning?
Probably because she's the only person I know who owns a rat as a pet and doesn't kill them.
Okay.
Do you know that rats can go longer than a camel without water?
I did not know that.
Jordan, did you do homework on random rat facts?
Yes. And I wrote them down so there's at least enough for one per episode.
Y'all didn't know that last time?
I love my crew. I love you so much.
Well, that's fascinating.
It's so cool, right? That's why they're so.
Oh no, I
widespread
think it's
in the
your.
world.
I think it's your week to do like pet chores. Like every student has a week where they have to come in a little early and like
Okay.
clean and whatever. And of course, you're there because why wouldn't you not be?
Yeah, and sometimes I'm bringing him in the
Well, I think
morning,
also
too.
I think sometimes you go there to supervise to make
Yeah.
sure that they do it right.
Yeah,
Because some of the kids are like,
they're not.
I'm holding the rat by its tail. I don't know why.
And he doesn't like that. And that's why he nipped that guy that one time. It was just a little nibble. They're lucky. He could have gotten hurt a lot worse.
You know, it's really early. Why don't you take care of the rat as you do, and I'm gonna go over here and take a nap.
Okay.
Cool.
Don't, worry about bad dreams. Just, Just have happy dreams. I'm the weird kid, okay? I get to say weird stuff.
And you are killing it right now.
You are.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't thinking about bad dreams until you brought it up, and now I don't know if I can go to sleep.
I heard something about elephants that was like that.
Please share.
It's like elephants in the room. You aren't thinking about elephants, and then somebody says elephants.
I'm going to turn down your volume a little bit to, because as Rue is telling her elephant story, you can see behind her in the hallway. You see a girl by the name of Alice. Alice is the leader of the wildlife club.
You should ask her things. She knows them.
And she is probably one of the other popular kids on the girl side of your grade.
Do I know what the Wildlife Club is?
I think the wildlife club is the in theory it's the club where like, oh, we enjoy wildlife, blah 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 blah. But Alice's influence has kind of turned it into the popular clique. Like they only let the cool girls into wildlife club.
Mm-hmm. They study special grass.
Everything's so dark, Ethan. It's always like. And then, of course, he died from cancer. What?
It's really weird when Rob's the one going, dude, you're making it weird.
I don't even know anymore.
I go, okay, hold that thought.
Okay.
I'll be right back. And I run over to Alice.
Well, you see her. Well, while she's talking, before you jump this.
Okay.
You see Alice in the door because it's one of those old, glass doors you could look into the classroom. And Alice has kind of flipped her hair into a vague approximation of Rue's hair, and she's making a like
I
at
hate
you.
Alice officially.
I just
Episode of Jerks.
Yeah.
yeah. Rue's my friend.
Every loop episode is going to have one jerk that you all are going to have to punch.
Well, we're at 2 for 2 right now.
Well,
this
the
episode.
adult, like, that's going to be
Is an
hard to do.
Yeah, I go.
Good at shit.
Oh, Rue, look that way, quick. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I thought it was something that you'd be interested in. Too bad it's gone.
Alice runs off.
Okay.
For podcast people, Tony flipped off Alice.
The bird, you know, the finger.
And for Jordan, because she didn't see that. 'Cause I looked.
Jordan's method.
Method AF.
So,
You made a swear gesture.
You don't know
I
that.
just.
I've never heard someone say that before.
and you do you just completely finish your elephant story?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why elephants are so big. They're
Wow.
just full of love.
The door opens and in walks the science teacher. Did we give the science teacher a name?
Mr.
Doctor.
Dr. Mr. Not Doctor.
Mr. No,
Larson's
Mr.
my coach.
Shielberg.
Shielberg.
Mr. Shielberg.
Shielberg. Oh, I also wrote it down.
This is why you have players take your notes for you. You don't have to remember everything. Alex, may I have a word with you?
Sure. I'll be right back, Rue.
Okay, I'll just watch Nim.
You do that.
And Mr. Shielberg kind of kneels down to be at your level, and you see behind him Alice with the traitor's face as she is fiddling with her locker. Batch. Alice told me that you made a very rude gesture to her.
Well,
Is that true?
what gesture would that be?
It was the middle finger.
I do not recall using my middle finger today.
Go ahead and give me a charm roll. As he slips on his liar's glasses.
He's a joker and a smoker. And also a midnight toker.
Charm +2 because of the sunglasses, and then anything.
Heart.
Heart. Okay.
Now, because you're doing this to an adult, it's more difficult. So you're going to need 2 sixes.
Oh no.
Because
Don't do
adults
that,
can
'cause
always
you're not
figure out
gonna
when
get
you use lions.
Can you describe the ruckus?
The light was yellow, sir.
I got one. That's not 2.
Now you can spend luck,
Good.
or you can push the roll. If you spend luck, you re-roll everything. If you push it, you only need to get 1 more success. But I'm going to give you a condition.
Okay. What's the can I know the condition?
The condition is that you are going to be upset because Alice sold you out.
Oh, okay. I'll use luck.
Okay, so you don't have to.
Or the teaching is mad at you.
Okay, so then that means you're re-rolling everything.
Okay. Don't fuck up. Oh, I'm totally gonna fuck up. Wait, what are you, new?
This is the first time you listen to this.
I fucked up.
Aaron.
Or did you say he only needed 1 more success?
That would have been if he would have pushed it,
Oh,
and
pushed
he
it,
would have kept
okay.
that dice, but he decided to re-roll everything.
Yeah. Bad choice. Milk was a bad choice.
Alex,
Mm-hmm.
I know that it can be tough to tell the truth, especially when you're taking responsibility for something.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, you're getting guilted.
I know that I want Okay. I need to download my dad thing for a second. Because I want him to basically imply, like, I know that your sister gets away with a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, rude.
Ooh. I mean, not wrong.
Lie.
Rude, but correct. And I know that your sister acts out a lot. And I don't want you to think that is the way that you should act at school. You're a very bright kid. You're a very smart kid. I love how you have reached out to Veruca to try and include her in our classes. Mm-hmm. Even though you don't need to do that necessarily, but I think that is an excellent instinct. However, I do also think that you need to learn a lesson about lying to teachers. And that is why I want you to give me your sunglasses.
Oh no!
You will get them back on Monday.
Ooh. What's today?
Friday.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not as bad, but
So
that's
the
probably
whole-
gonna be during game.
Whole weekend. I'm going to have to respectfully decline.
Oh shit!
Okay. You can certainly do that, but then I am
Guess
probably
who's coming
going.
in on Saturday morning.
But then I definitely need to call your parents and tell them what you've done.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his closets?
Okay. I understand. I'm sorry for the gesture I made. If you need to call my parents, I get it. I'd really rather you didn't, though, because they obviously, as you said yourself, deal with a lot with my sister.
How's the view from under the bus, Sarah?
It smells like exhaust and despair underneath here.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
It's okay.
Story of my life.
Look, I acted out. I understand that, and I'm sorry.
Too late, son.
All right. You can go back to finish helping Rue get the class ready because we're going to be probably starting in just a few minutes.
Cool.
Alex Weber is not a snitch. He did not tell on Alice.
The bell
That was
rings
interesting.
and kids start filtering into class. And except one kid. Sam.
Where's Sam?
Where's Sam?
Where
Sam
did you put her?
What do you mean, where did I put her?
is frantically
Oh.
tearing apart her room. Sam is frantically tearing apart her room because when you woke up this morning, Gort was missing. And that is where we'll take our first commercial break. And we'll be back in just a few moments for Act 2 of Tales from the Loop. And we are back for our second act of Tales from the Loop in our second episode. Now, when we last left our kids, I had endangered not one but two signature items that the kids had chosen for themselves, but only one has verifiably gone missing, and that is Sam's little hand-built robot named Gort. Now, we cut to Sam. Now, my question for you, Sam, is if Gort is missing and you stayed home from school, what is the situation? Did you have to lie to your mom to tell her that you were sick, or was this a situation where she's busy at work and you just skipped school because Gort was missing?
She was home and I
Stuck some pennies under your tongue.
Yeah, exactly. And I told her I was sick.
Okay.
Because
Give me a
not a good
heart
liar.
plus charm roll here.
Wait, pennies under your tongue? What does that do?
It's supposed to get really warm and help a thermometer. It doesn't work, but it's supposed to make the thermometer read warmer than it is.
Oh.
You never heard of that?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't
Any
work.
sixes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never tried it. I just heard it.
Sounds sanitary.
Oh, yeah.
That's one way to make
You'll get
yourself
a
sick,
cold
that's for
next
sure.
day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I know you love school, and you wouldn't be trying to snow me on this.
no, Mom, I just know that I would not make it through the day.
All right.
You're not even lying.
Way to make it more sad, Jordan.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, I'll whip up some soup, and I'll call in and tell them that I'll be a couple hours late, and we'll go from there.
Oh, Mom, I don't want to make you late.
No, if you're
I'm so
sick.
sorry. No, just if you make the soup, I don't want you to be late. And I promise I'll eat the soup and I will not leave my room.
Okay, I should probably call the strikers too, just to make sure that that Margaret doesn't get sick.
Margaret.
Okay.
That's okay. I mean, I didn't think it. Yeah.
I mean, well, they're already at school, so I'll
just-
just have to do it after.
I just feel so stupid.
Why?
No, I don't want to make trouble, Mom. Just soup will make it better, but I don't want. But you go to work and I'll be fine. My best miserable face, because I only have a miserable face right now. Like,
All right. Soup it is. And she does up a batch of her soup, which is actually like that tastes like healing. Like, even if you're not necessarily actually sick, like, you know, as soon as you start to smell it, you calm down a little bit, and you're like, okay, at least I'm getting some soup out of this horrible situation.
Exactly. At least there's soup, so I'll be okay because there's soup.
So she brings it up to you, and kisses you on the forehead, and she's in her lunch lady gear. And she says, okay, well, I'll come home after my middle shift, and just to check on you. And then, what do you want do you want pizza tonight?
I just want more soup.
Okay. You must be sick if you don't want pizza. All right.
Just soup.
Okay. I know. She walks out saying, I know how much you love Dr. Pepperoni.
I do.
Okay,
What time will that be, Mom?
I probably should be home before dinner, like 5 or 6.
Okay,
You just get your rest, honey.
I will. I promise.
Okay. So once she heads out, what do you do?
I eat the soup.
Don't look a gift soup in the mouth.
No,
That's true.
right? Because I know that as I methodically tear apart the room, I don't want to risk spilling it, and I am also hungry. So,
All right, so give me an investigate roll here.
Which side was moist?
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, you can either luck it or push it.
Push it.
and what's the difference between the two again?
Luck. You have to spend a luck point. Push means that it's probably going to be a success with a cost.
I'm gonna luck it.
Okay.
And that's just re-roll everything.
Yep.
And
Ooh.
no, I'm having a bad day.
Yeah,
But when the shit hits the fan, has the shit hit the fan?
What do you mean?
Because when I use my pride, do I get an extra die?
I think just to make sure that that's right. I think it might. I think it's actually an extra success.
Ooh.
So let me look that up very, very quickly. Luckily, this is not a very rules-heavy game.
I just remember it being mentioned last time.
Yeah, that none of us used it.
That's your pride.
Mm-hmm.
You may check your pride to get 1 automatic success in a dice roll. And you must explain how your pride helps you. And basically, you get to use it once per session.
Ooh. Because it might come in handy later.
If you are successful now, though, with your investigate roll, I believe you get to ask 2 questions.
Oh, I was not successful with the second investigate roll.
I'm saying, but if you spend the point to get the success.
Yeah, I think I'll do it. I'll do
Okay.
it now and then just count on.
So let me just make sure that I'm doing that right.
Otherwise, I'm prepared to be a wreck for a little while. I can.
Investigate. Is it troubled? Here it is. All right. So you get to ask 2 questions out of these. What is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into, out of, or past something? What threats can I perceive here? You get to ask 2 of those.
Okay.
I can pass the book along.
Oh, thank you.
So, let's leave it up there. That way you can kind of stare at them and go,
Well. What threats can I perceive here? And. All right, what has happened here and where is it?
Okay. What happened here was, and you, like, it's imperceptible.
Because I should still have the sheet that I put all the parts on when I took apart the toy.
Right, and No, that's what's missing. In fact, looking at it, from what you can tell, it seems like somebody, perhaps even 2 other robots, came and basically wrapped up because you were like working on this thing until late at night. We're like fitting. And you're like, okay, I'll put it back together in the morning. Somebody came, wrapped up all those parts, and carried them out of your room through you see a very tiny, your window is open, a very tiny crack, and you think, and after seeing that crack, you realize that Gort followed them and left you a trail of markings to follow him out of the window.
It's small soldiers.
Okay.
There are like half a dozen tiny toys come alive.
That's true.
Toy Story.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite ones.
So 2 other bots came to collect the one that I took apart, and Gort followed them and left me a breadcrumb trail. He's so good.
A bot crumb.
A bot crumb trail. I hope he's not disassembling himself.
Oh no!
So what? So are
My
you?
little screws. He knows where all the stuff is. So he's got this little sack.
I'm just picturing his legs falling off again and him just doing a Terminator like.
No. He grabbed like a bit of, I don't know, like a bag of candy. Not Reese's Pieces, because we're not getting
Legos? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
No, I like the Lego
Legos.
idea.
Lego's good.
He's leaving a small path of Legos.
Because ever since I started finding scrap near the loop, Legos kind of lost their luster.
Right, like they're cool and everything, but they don't hover.
Yeah,
I mean, so
I can't
do
program
you?
them to love me.
So do you go out? So do you follow that path immediately, or do you come to school and rally the troops?
I come to school
Okay.
and I'm wondering. Well, I know I can get Mags to cut.
Yeah.
And I will entreat the others with this bag of Legos. No.
Okay.
Like a mystery.
What excuse am I using?
So you.
You're sick too.
There you go.
Nice. Probably a soccer ball.
So, I think. No, I think I want to do this so that you finish your investigation and figure things out. Actually, as the school, as the school day is ending.
Or maybe recess. We all just cut off.
I feel like the school day is ending because I don't want to do any more school drama right now.
Yeah, I don't know
What
that
time
I
does
could.
school end?
Because
11.
you're heading to school, but when you guys get out of school, which parent? This one is for Melanie and Alex. Which parent picks you up when you guys are in trouble?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, your mom is the one that works at the loop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So would she be busy then?
Well, that might be the sign that no, they called mom.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Like, my mom was the terrifying one when I was growing up.
Okay.
She knows this. I've told her. It's something resolved.
It is known.
But it was always, it was never like, wait till your dad gets home. It was wait till your mother hears about this one. Oh, God. Can't even right now. Okay. Oh, I got this.
So yeah, so your mom is here to pick you up.
Crap.
Are you worried about it for a second?
I just automatically put my head down and put my hands out like I'm being arrested. Like, I just figure it's something I did. I don't know what I did. It doesn't matter at this point in time.
Melanie,
Yes, Mom.
get in the back seat.
Yes, Mom.
That shocks you because usually you're in the front seat getting interrogated.
Yes, Mom. Thanks, Mom.
What is this?
Freedom!
I'm sitting in the middle and I'm like splaying out like I am the boss.
Feet are up on the center console in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So he cuts you inside the car.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie's splayed out, and you are in the front seat, and you are feeling the chill of your mother's gaze on you.
Mm-hmm.
I figure I might like sneak around to like the door side of the front seat and be like, it's okay. You can do this. Just nod and smile. Well, don't smile, but just nod and act really serious. You got this.
Do you want to tell me what happened at school today, Alex?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Open up with a lag.
Starting strong there.
Everybody was like, wrong answer. Oh, it was like Family Feud here. It's like,
The answer is mustard. Oh.
yeah, like and the question is like, name a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and you're like mustard, and the entire audience is like, and even the host is like, show me mustard, I guess. Yeah, we knew that was coming, buddy. You don't know what you did today.
I went to class, and I went to recess, and I had lunch, and...
And did you have a talk with your science teacher about something?
I did.
And what was that talk about?
It was about... stuff. Science stuff.
Biology, perhaps, Alex?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, biology. Yep.
Mom, it was my fault. I was being really mean, and I was making fun of, Alex, because he's Alex. And it was my fault.
Give me a charm roll here.
Do you know why he's in trouble?
I got a success.
Yeah,
So your mom was like, is that where you learned that gesture from your sister?
No.
I learned it from watching you.
I learned it from your mom.
But I did it first. To him.
Look, I can't let her take the rap. No, I know what you're talking about, Mom, but look, I did it because the girl at school was being a jerk.
So you decided to be a jerk back? That's not how this family works, Alex.
Well, at the time, I felt like it was the right move, and I'm glad I did it.
You're so grounded, dude.
It's honesty, though.
Yeah.
You're glad that you made that gesture. Well, then I hope that you're glad that I will not be taking you to Toy Corner today.
What? Why?
Because you lied to me, you lied to your teacher,
I didn't lie to the teacher.
and now you're equivocating. Do you know what that means?
Means you're just getting yourself into more trouble, Alex.
Okay. Well, thanks.
Sorry.
You're lucky that you're not in trouble, young lady. Because you lied to me too to try and take the blame for what Alex did.
Well,
That's very noble of you, but misguided.
Isn't it noble that I didn't let her take the fall for me?
You see, I held the door.
no, you don't get to do that. I was trying to be nice to you.
Melanie,
I was nice back!
Yeah, but I was nicer to you because I started.
Yeah, but I was nice because I actually did the thing. You're always in trouble. I wasn't gonna let you be in trouble again. It was my fault this time. I always have to cover for you.
as we cut to
Most realistic movie.
wow, wow. That was amazing. Okay, so we cut to
Both of us grounded.
Both of them standing in the corner.
So, where are the two of you coming after school?
I think I probably stuck around to.
Are either of you going to Toy Corner to get a...
I was going to bring Nim to Toy Corner to see if I could look at any other dolls or hats that might
Fit Nim?
Be cute and fit in.
I might go and like look at them longingly, but I don't
because you don't have. You ain't got no money.
No money to buy them with.
This is depressing.
We can walk together, Olaf.
Okay.
Because Olaf is trying to be my friend.
Aww. So are you telling Olaf about the different like outfits that you want to try to dress him in? Like...
I'm currently expounding on how Nim doesn't like to wear goggles, so I've been trying to find different things that he's comfortable with.
Like the first thing that you tried, Nim like, no.
Nim doesn't like it, so I've been trying to find a kind that he'll like.
Imagine a rat like sitting upright like a little wannabe human and just going squeak, and making a hand like, no, get this out of my face.
Yeah. Like a fashionista looking at new fabrics.
Yeah, just like
for their new fall line.
Turning his head away and going squeak.
Too blood orange.
Squeaking.
Wow, not just orange, blood orange. He's really sophisticated.
I don't really like periwinkle.
As the two of you are walking, are you walking to Toy Corner or are you walking to his farmhouse? Oh no, you're going to
Toy
You're
corner.
heading towards Toy Corner. You come across something strange. It's a thing.
In the neighborhood.
A car has driven off of the road into the ditch.
Ooh.
That's not good.
We should go look. I go look. Like I like just say that and then I go. Like right away.
I follow.
Yeah.
The car is off the side of the road. It's a brown Volvo, and the passenger side door is open, but the trunk is open too.
I want to investigate.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigate roll here.
So that's mine. So that's 4 and then 2. Can Nim help me?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Nim hops off.
Yeah.
I imagine because didn't we establish that he basically has a chariot on
My
basket?
bike. Yeah.
So he hops off,
And he like goes into the trunk and like starts sneaking around.
puts on his tiny detective hat.
His little Sherlock
Deer
hat.
stalker.
Yeah.
Does he have a tiny little magnifying glass?
And a little half cake.
I got a 6.
Okay.
He's the great mouse.
So you get to ask 2 questions.
Basil.
Ooh. 2 questions off of the question list.
Does he ride a dog named Toby?
Uh-huh.
Is there a bat? No, never mind.
Toby.
Oh God, no, not that. Oh, I love that movie.
The Great Mouse
Toby.
Detective?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the Great Mouse
No,
Detective?
I said I love that movie.
Oh, okay.
I just always think of the labyrinth. Toby. Toby. Toby.
I can't do a young Jennifer Connelly.
Oh,
I just like
it is difficult.
Toby. I don't know. I can't. I
That
don't think
wasn't
I was.
bad.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I used to wish I could wish my sister away, but it was weird because she's only 2 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
So it's like
I feel like
I'm
the
like-
closer in age they were,
doing
she's
like
like,
dice
Hey, I'm
shit.
right
2 of
here.
those.
yeah. She's
Alright.
like, bitch, please, stop. It might have been last week.
all right.
But David Bowie still
I'm-
didn't show up.
Right.
Going
Still
to
a
go
little angry.
with what has happened here, and then what is hidden here and where is it? Just in case there's anything
Okay. So,
hidden in
what
there.
has happened here
And what is
is
Yeah.
something surprised the driver from inside the car and caused him to swerve off of the road. And Nim comes back with a little piece of cardboard in his mouth that reads, "Friends."
Hey, isn't this from that new robot game?
Yeah, I think it is.
Do you think the robot busts out of its own wrappings and attack the driver?
That's
That would be so cool.
that's dumb.
Legit.
Oh.
Okay. Well, something scared him. I think that's why he drove off the road. Maybe there was a fly in the car.
Or bees.
Oh my god.
Bees?
That would be bad.
Bees are scary. Is that the thing that was hidden in the car? Just to double check?
No, the thing that was hidden is that it looks like there are drag marks leading off into the tree line.
Maybe he had like a go-kart back here. We should follow these. Maybe he drove off.
Yeah, let's do it.
I think I would think of that before I thought a body got dragged this way.
Somebody went
go.
sledding. With blood.
With blood.
Look, guys, it's Kool-Aid.
So I'm gonna
Night.
push you over and then run down the track.
That's cheating!
You come dashing around the track in time to see
The guy get murdered.
spoiler. No, even better.
Oh, even better.
You see two adult legs sticking out from a thicket, like a thicket, and they're struggling and kicking as hard as they can.
I want to grab him and pull him.
Okay, give me a force roll.
Body.
Let's go.
Thank you.
And force.
Took a while.
I'm gonna just blow my nose over here really quick. I'll be right back.
That's a 1.
I got 0 6s. I'm gonna luck it up because I'm young. I have a shit ton of it. I got 1 6
Okay.
and 3 5.
You grab onto one of the legs and pull as hard as you can, and you see 2 or 3 very tiny robots on this guy's chest. And one of them has this long thing with a weird sort of beeping piece on the end of it. And as you pull them, as you pull the body out, they the robots stop and all collectively turn and look at you.
Can I empathize with the robots and see why they're doing this? Or
Robots, what's your deal?
or maybe be like, please stop.
So, what empathize can do is...
Nothing to do with robots.
Well, it says something about the inner workings.
No, you can, yeah. So go
I
ahead and
know,
give your
I'm
mind and empathize.
So is this me trying to figure out why they're doing it, or is it me convincing them to stop?
Well,
their shit?
it's very similar to the investigate roll where you get 2 questions.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
Put a crown on Nim. Have him act as their king.
Did I bring a
Oh,
crown with me
Radigan.
today?
Of course you did.
Just
The greatest
King
rat
Nim.
in the world.
take him out, and
not a
they'll
rat.
put his little hat. And then I'm gonna grab 2 more dice. Is that kosher, Rob?
Well,
I haven't rolled yet, so.
sure, you can use Nim, but if you fail, he's going to get hurt.
Oh my god!
Just don't fuck
That's
up.
way worse than
Yeah, you have luck too. You can reroll shit.
It'll be fine.
Once.
Oh,
Do
no.
I need 2 wins or just a 6?
You just need 1.
There's 3 of them, so maybe you need 3.
Dude, you can do that.
I think Nim is invincible. Nothing could ever hurt Nim. He's the smartest rat in the world.
Right, he's king of
Can't look
that.
at the roll.
I got a 6. Woo!
Okay.
I was thinking, God damn it, I gave her the idea.
Nim's gonna die. Jordan's never gonna talk to me again.
It's going to make our next game really awkward.
Yeah.
So under
Dice that
empathize
I
there,
landed
you
on
can
it.
ask
It's
2 of
fine
those
now.
questions.
So my options
That
are:
landed on
what
purpose.
is her weak spot? How can I make her do something? What does she feel? What does she want? what will she do, and is she lying? So I'm gonna go with what do they want, and how can I make them do something?
Okay. So, what they want to do here in particular is they need more people at the factory building robots. So they shanghaied this person to turn them into a builder.
Ooh.
That
Mind control.
So, okay. And then
And the other question was, how can I get them?
how can I get them to do something?
You could conceivably hack one of them
inconceivable.
if you can
it.
take one out and then fiddle with it. So you have to catch one first, and then because they are connected as one mind.
Their hive mind.
Yep.
Did Rob just unleash the Borg? Hold up.
Teeny tiny Borg.
I gotta look this up.
Adoraborg.
Adorable.
Borg. It's
A Borg
my greatest dream and my deepest fear.
Olaf, Nim, we gotta catch one. And I go to try to catch one.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a
Bad roll.
force roll here.
Okay, force. Oh no. So that's body and
Use the force, Rue.
Body and force, and you can use Nim in this
And Nim can help me by trying to corral
because
them.
he certainly won't get hurt if you fail.
He's a good boy. He'll do it.
This is my favorite roll ever.
God.
Which ones of those were?
Nope.
None of them are a 6, so it doesn't matter.
Nope.
None of them are 6.
So
So that was 3 and then 2 for Nim. I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
Is that your last luck?
No, because I have 4. I just marked off the ones that I have. Come on, you lucky rat. Help me. Nope.
ooh. Ooh.
I was hoisted by my own petard.
So you're like, yeah, Nim, let's get him. And Nim jumps off of your shoulder. It goes super swashbuckly, and the robot you were going after just clotheslines him out of the air.
Rob.
And I just stop and I just get to Nim and I'm like, oh no, Nim, no. I
And-
completely ignore the robot.
Can I gently hit one with a crowbar very hard?
Robot gently. Well, you may want to you may not want to be quite as soft as that, because you realize now that there are maybe 7 or 8 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna start swinging.
And the
I just have to stop everything for a really quick second because this is incredibly important to my needs, and I'm so sorry that I'm interrupting everybody else.
anyway, so make your roll. Nice try, Sarah. Next time.
I'm assuming force body
Yep.
crowbar.
No, we're good. Sorry, I was wrong. Anyway, so we're good.
That was 2 6s.
Okay.
High five. Pass the luck.
It's the luck.
So you whirl around, crowbar out, and you see that like four of them come scuttling after you, and you're able to knock them aside. But the prize one that you get, there are 3 of them that are still on the adult. And 2 of them are on either side of the adult's head, and they are pulling his hair taut, while the third one stands above his face and has this long blinky thing, and is about to jam it into his nose when crack!
Total Recall.
You arc the robot off of the man into a tree, and it falls inactive.
Did it drop the blinky thing?
Yes.
Can I grab that?
Yes.
Pocket it.
And this act also gets the robots that have restrained the adult down, and he gets up and just starts running.
You're welcome.
And you pick up the
What are the tiny soldiers doing?
the other robots. I think they're trying to swarm on you to get the blinky thing. So you're going to give me a move roll here if you don't want that to happen.
I do not.
Swallow it.
Oh, retro.
No sixes.
Do you want to push or luck?
Just keep lucking it up. 10-year-old kids got all the luck.
Yep.
Nope.
Ooh, shiz, that's a lot of ones. Do you need to borrow dice, Jill?
I do not.
My dice are free range.
I got an exact number of dice for my max roll, and that's all I'm using.
Oh my god.
So, I'll give you the choice. You can either be injured, or they can take the thing and flee.
I'm going to be injured.
Okay?
Oh,
So-
no!
You whirl around in time, like, these things work in deadly coordination. Like, they attack your joints and get your knees, and pull you down onto the ground, and are... They still find the thing, but it looks like now they're going to use it on you. As you see the blinky thing lower down on your face.
I try to just grab him and pull him in a run away. But you said
Okay.
he's on the ground though, right?
Yes, so it's going to be... To do that, it's going to be a force and a body roll. However,
so
if you
weak.
want to roll a Tinker Program, you might be able to fit with the robot that he trashed out.
It's worse. It's less dice.
You can take over the hat. Oh.
Oh, wrong smart kid. Sorry.
Tell him a story about a rat.
Yeah, I can tinker, but I can't program.
Shit. Can I call everybody on my cell phone?
Hang on, let me pull it out of my briefcase.
What the hell
Which
is this
is the
thing?
phone.
Sorry, Zach Morris.
Because I want to at least try to help him up, so I'm gonna try. I have to try,
Okay.
but I'm guessing trying to protect Nim at the same time is not going to help me in this force roll. So it's just gonna
No,
be,
probably not.
It's gonna be 3. All right.
So we cut to...
No.
So you guys are getting yelled at the in a car.
And yelling at each other.
Did they drive by and just see us getting
Just see you
swarmed
getting
by
murdered by-
tiny robots?
Well, I think you make it to school in enough time to catch up with Mags.
I think I probably usually spend some time on the soccer pitch after school before heading home.
So you know, because you know where to find her because that robot was related to the thing.
Someone needs our help.
I hear a sound of distress.
I feel future me's cell phone ringing. What's happening right now?
Yeah, I think I probably am just setting up like really difficult shots for myself to take on goal and then doing it. Just hanging out.
Max. Oh my god,
Let's see what it's like.
shit.
What is it, Nim?
Okay, so
Did you
remember-
just swear?
Yes, damn it, I did. Gort's gone. Gort's gone.
Where's
But I
Gort? What do you mean Gort's
so,
gone?
Let me get the beginning. Okay, so I took your robot home and I took it apart. And I have everything labeled so I know how to get back together so you don't get in trouble. And that's not the problem. The problem is at least 2 other robots came into my house and rolled up the paper with all the pieces on it and dragged it out. And Gort,
Sam, what did you eat before bed last night?
nothing.
And you weren't having weird dreams.
No, this wasn't a dream. This wasn't a dream. Gort's gone too. He
'Cause
followed
they're
them
toys.
and left a trail of Legos, and you have to come with me and help me find it, because I have to do it and be home before 5 o'clock because Mom thinks I'm homesick.
Oh, damn.
You swore too, so. So now we're even.
Well, you did it twice, so I've got another one coming.
Like,
I know you've got one queued up, so it's fine. Just come.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Wait, let me grab my stuff.
Yes.
Got it.
I got my thing. Let's go.
The backpack, I'm assuming, also. So.
So are you heading straight to
Follow the Legos.
follow Legos? Okay.
Follow the Lego brick road.
I mean, it works.
Okay. Meanwhile, there is that tense silence that only can occur when two siblings have been sent to their rooms after a long, disastrous car ride.
It was pretty disastrous, y'all.
You were looking forward to going to Toy Corner to get some of those sweet, sweet robot toys. But now that dream is gone. You were looking forward to your today's guitar lesson with Neil, because he was going to teach you don't take your guns to town. And now your mom said she's going to talk with your father about whether or not your guitar lessons are going to continue at all.
Do you think our bedrooms are like next to each other?
So you talk through an air vent.
I mean, they could be.
I Morse code you suck on the wall.
Joke's on you, I don't know Morse code.
Wait, how do you know that it's Morse code then?
She does this a lot.
Yeah.
I think you actually do know, and you're just effing with her.
There's an actual cricket outside. I just wanted to point that out.
You feel the door shut.
Mm-hmm.
Dad's home. And you hear that murmur of conversation elsewhere in the house. I'm triggering so many awful sense memories right now.
It's your fault.
Everybody in chat is like,
Not that one.
Not bad.
Are they
Ralphie?
talking in the room underneath my room or his room?
Ooh.
well, I think they're talking in the kitchen.
Right, but whose room is on top of the kitchen?
Theirs.
So it's really muffled.
They got
You can't
slidey
hear
tricks.
shit.
They started moving it out of the living room.
Are you trying to overhear?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. Give me a investigate roll here.
You know which vent.
Oh god. Oh man.
You found the old baby monitors and you hid one down there.
No, not that at all.
But like 1988 baby monitors.
Oh
is
yeah,
like,
boomboxes.
the size of your armoire.
She puts the wrong one though, so she's like, I can hear what mom and dad are saying. And they're just like,
What?
huh?
No? Oh.
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. It sounds like that it's actually triggered a fight between your parents.
Oh.
Oh.
Sneak out, sneak out, sneak
How long
out.
do these
Window.
Save
Window.
us. Save.
Right.
I mean,
So,
so them or
like,
it's us.
Are these fights that like last all night and they're just gonna basically forget we're there up in our rooms waiting to be talked to?
Probably.
Is there a roof out in front of our windows?
Sure.
Okay.
Really good tree.
I thought you were asking if there's a roof, period. Like, yeah.
Very open concept.
Yeah, very open.
Those Swedes.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yes, the open roof concept.
That part wasn't in the instruction.
Each of your rooms is a
I'm
different
going to
tent.
sneak out of my window.
What?
Dude, Troublemaker.
Yeah, I know.
And go to his window
Okay.
and open it because I know how to open it from the outside, of course.
Okay.
Alex.
You know, you really need to stop doing that.
What?
Climbing on the roof and opening my window.
What? It's not like you're doing anything in here.
Well,
It's just your bedroom.
He is a 13-year-old boy.
I had a sister. I'd just like to say that out loud.
What do you want?
They're fighting.
Yeah, I can hear them.
Right. So why are we staying here?
'Cause we're in trouble. And you always get in trouble?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, do you think more trouble is really what we need right now?
They're not going to remember that we're up here. They're going to be too busy fighting.
Okay, that's...
Blah, blah, blah. You work too much. Blah, blah, blah. You're coddling them. Whatever that means.
Okay, well that's probably true.
Do you want your cool robot thing? Because I'm missing out a sweet guitar lesson right now.
Well, no offense, but a cool robot's way better than guitar lessons.
Yeah, okay.
Can confirm.
Sure.
Sure. Well, you go do what you want to do. I'm going to go to the mall.
Fine. Coming.
Cut to. So you had how many successes on that roll?
none.
None. Oh, that's not great.
But I only rolled it once. Can I use luck now?
You sure can.
It's not gonna work, but I can hope. Just mark that off, so it's gone forever.
Just to the end of the session.
Yeah.
Oh, it
You
did.
gotta stop rolling them
I got
over
it.
there.
I got a 6. That was
Did
6.
you get 2 6s?
I did not.
Okay.
That was like a rebound 6.
You gotta stop rolling them over there.
Maybe I should just
You roll,
move them.
you roll your dice into your unrolled dice.
I'll just move them in this
There you
direction
go,
because I
there you
rolled
go.
this way.
Okay.
Just you can
So yeah, you are able to get the robots off of Olaf, and they leave their fallen robot brother behind and sprint off back onto. Actually, they sprint. They sprint towards the car, and you watch as the door shuts.
And they had jumped in.
The car starts and it drives off on the road.
Oh no, that poor guy.
Very badly.
So did the guy run towards the car?
He did.
Okay.
He just ran off into the woods. I thought
Yeah.
like the guy, like that nice little montage where the guy starts the car, the door finally closes, but you see like the little
Guys
guy.
pop up. No, they took his car.
They know how to drive? Darn, I don't know how to drive. I grab your hand and I start running us towards the road because Nim is hurt and you look like you're hurt.
I
so we need
quickly push your hand away and follow.
But
Circle, dot, dot.
I think there's that moment of like she grabs her hand and pulls, and you kind of have the connect, look at each other, and
Yeah.
then you pull.
Yeah.
Just enough for the audience at home to go, "Ah!" And then
Don't run. Try to get first aid kit.
I just know that if we do come back to things from the flood, that one of you or perhaps both of you are going to have books of vampire poetry written about the other person. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay. So where are you heading? Are you heading towards still going to Toy Corner? Or are you going somewhere else? What are you doing?
Well, Nimit got hurt, and I'm gonna go try to get something to make him feel better. So maybe I'm running towards the school.
I think.
Or would I think that my house or something?
I think that.
Swedish Walgreens.
Is there a pet store in the mall?
Can
Yeah,
I
there's pets from the mall.
try?
Then the mall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I try to do some empathizing on the Nims?
To make him feel better. Because he's just a little.
Do you want to empathize? Yeah,
guy.
cool. Do it. That's great. I love that idea.
Gonna go all Crocodile Dundee on him.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't use the crowbar for this.
You just have him bite it.
That
Nope.
is the fastest
I got
way
none.
to roll up to die.
Do you want to push or luck it?
I've been using. Sure, let's try some luck. Again, it's a very slim chance.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
All right. So what do you do to Nim to bring him back around?
Duct tape him.
To the crowbar.
I got
Bite capability.
a tiny little twig and splinted his leg.
Oh, my poor little guy.
I'm not crying.
That's amazing. I absolutely love your hick with a heart of gold. Because you're like, we gotta go, and to the pet store. He's like, wait, and he does this, and then he gives him back, and
Thank you all up.
and Nim, kind of moves it and nuzzles you like, I'm okay. We'll be all right.
Good boy. He's a good boy.
Internal bleeding.
But blood's supposed to go on the inside.
I mean, there's adrenaline and shock, but that's a whole. That's just being a downer.
All right. So, who gets to the mall first? I mean, you guys are kind of dedicated there to going there. You guys were distracted, and I'm assuming that you had to sneak a little bit. When you arrive at the mall,
Oh, this is where the Legos live.
yes, you immediately get the sense something is wrong, because the mall, out of all of the words you could use to describe it, quiet is not one of them. Like, the lights are on and the fountain is still going, but the people?
Where is everyone? I've never seen it empty.
They're still open, right? I mean, it's not.
Oh, they're still open.
And that's when you see across the front of the doors a small line of about a dozen Deceiver robots.
I told you that the robots were going to take over the world, and look what happened. Look at it.
It wasn't supposed to be today and not like this.
What do you mean it wasn't supposed to be today? When was it supposed to be? Was there a date set for this?
Duh. All of these things are planned out perfectly. And it wasn't going to be toys. I mean, these things are really, I mean, they're kind of dumb. I mean, they don't do anything but fight each other.
Well, they were
and-
talking at Gort.
Yeah.
So there's something going on with them.
Well, yeah. That's what I'm worried about, because,
Okay, we gotta find him.
yeah. So did the Lego trail stop? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, can we have a mini adventure of a replay of Die Hard, but with Gort? And
We're getting there, don't
Okay.
we?
We're gonna release
Now
a mini
I
game.
have a
That's
gun
the one.
too.
Now I have a Nerf gun too.
Can I be that guy? Can I be that
All right. So we think
You
Gort
asked
probably.
for a miracle and I gave you Hasbro. No, I give you G.I. Joe.
I'm
Funny-
going to knock them all down with soccer ball. Oh. Because they're all in a line. Yeah. And then we can get in and find Gort.
Yeah. I might.
I've set this shot up a million times.
Yeah, you have. I've seen
Ah.
it. If anybody can do it, you can.
We got this.
Make a roll.
Cool.
That's
cool,
move.
cool,
Or that's a
body.
body force plus 2 because you're soccer ball in it.
Is 3 plus 2 for the soccer ball. It's a lot of dice.
Because there's not enough room in
That
the
is
jail.
1 6. I got a 6.
Yay!
The 1s and 2s are going in jail.
Okay.
That was a 3 you just grabbed.
She's not really paying attention to what they say. She's just putting them in jail.
Just punishing them.
I feel like this is a metaphor.
You line up that shot. And as soon as it comes off of your foot, you realize that you've nailed it. And you watch Mags's shot seem to defy physics as not just hurling forward, but also curving. And the deceivers that it doesn't knock over and take out on the impending or in the front side, when the soccer ball bounces off of the door, it takes off the remaining robots. And the ball rolls back up by her foot, and she kicks it back up like ain't no thing.
And I take up my inhaler. Good shot. Okay.
All right, let's go.
So you go. Can I? Who is making the sneak roll here? Are you both making the sneak roll, or are you just charging in?
My God, are there sneak
What do
rolls
you
to
roll
make?
for sneak?
I don't know what is.
Body and sneak.
Yeah.
I don't roll much.
3.
I roll because my body's high. I'm not gonna sneak it. I could do it.
So
let
let me put it this way. Let's just have you charge in.
Okay. That's better.
Because that way. So. Because you come bursting in through the door and stop just before as you see the second wave of the robots.
I don't like that gesture. What did it mean?
A super cannon.
No, there's a line of them, and they have like.
Or have they started controlling people inside
lawn
already?
darts. Lawn darts and like those things where you pull it back and it goes.
Slingshots.
Thank you.
Or do they have people that they've started controlling?
I think what happens is you come bursting through and a security guard turns.
Oh, hey, sir, we need help. There's, I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a lot of little tiny things, and they're attacking people.
Does he even look like he's paying attention?
Well, he turns and looks and goes for the walkie-talkie on his belt, and then a robot drops out of the ceiling onto his head.
Oh, it's on your head! It's on your head!
It takes him down onto the ground, and he kind of like you hear a weird crunching noise.
Oh, it broke his nose. Into his brain, he's dead. I bet he died.
No, what you see is after the commotion, what you see is the robot that dropped down onto his head reached up into his nasal cavity and pulled out a gooey, blinky chip that the robot crushes.
Guys.
Is it Gort?
And then as Gort's head turns to look at you, you see that he's marked his face with face paint and tied a very tiny headband, red headband
'cause he's Rambo?
around his head. And that is where we take our second break for the end of Act 2.
Rambo Gort.
Ramgort. Gortbo.
Gortbo.
We'll be back in 10 minutes for the final act of Tales from the Loop. And welcome back to the third act of our second episode of Tales from the Loop. When we last left our kids, they had discovered that the evil deceiver robots had taken over the mall.
So is it only the deceivers, or is it also the good guys?
Is it also the convoys?
What an interesting question to ask. We will resolve that very shortly. But first, what I would like from everyone
No.
is either a move or a sneak roll.
How about
we're
both?
moving.
Just one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh wait, move is not body. Body. Is...
Body is a thing, so you're on to
Sneaker.
I want to move it.
whichever is your best.
I want
What if
to
they're the
break
same?
free.
Pick one.
Okay. Sneak.
Your girl is gonna use some luck here because it seems
Well,
important.
hold that thought.
Son of a birch.
No, because so everybody roll. Who succeeded?
Oh, maybe people can help me.
Oh, I succeeded like crazy.
Woo.
Okay. So you got 3. You got 3. You got 1. None.
I am not sneaky.
Well, luckily, so describe the montage of the kids, of Alex and Olaf helping the kids to get to the one safe location in the mall, which is, of
The
course,
record store.
Thelema Records.
Yes.
So what does that montage look like?
I'm already in Thelema. Right.
No, because
That doesn't make it good. Right,
Sam and Mags got there first.
True. Okay.
Did we leave our bikes at the crash site?
I think we took our bikes to the mall so we could get there quick.
Okay.
So we probably left them outside though.
I was gonna say it. Ride into the mall.
We hop on the handlebars.
Yeah, throw you in the basket and the handlebars and keep moving.
Do you have a bike with pegs?
I do now.
Maybe because I only had one sneak. Do you want to jump on
I'm not
my
going sneaky.
training wheels?
Okay, see, so I rolled sneak.
I sneaked.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not sneak. I'm just rushing in. That's why I figured I'd just
So
go
you
bike.
can-
You're rushing in, you commie.
Yeah.
So you rolled 3.
Yeah.
So Sam can jump on your pegs and I'll hop on your handlebars and we'll go.
And I just.
And then
we just sneak in.
you rolled. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, you guys are
sneak.
sneaking.
Yeah.
And I just
We're much
Follow.
less flashy, but
I just follow. I let him be a distraction, and then as everything doesn't look at him, I just keep going. I don't have a Joker on my back wheel, so
So the bike kids come in through the front door, come crashing in through the front door, and Neil pops up from behind the counter, wielding a broadsword.
He's gonna start.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a. Shut the door!
Shut the door! Wait! Oh.
and then we make sure they all get in.
Do we just come in the back entrance to the?
Yeah. Well, they shut the door, and Neil is like, I thought you were those things, those stupid robot. And he turns around to see the 3 of you, and there's an who wants to do the scream to blow out Brad's ears with me?
oh yeah.
No, you don't have to. We don't actually have to.
Just in case.
So he turns around and.
People at home love that.
That's why I moved away.
That's why I have audio limiters.
I was gonna say, Brad's got some limiters on this shiz.
He lives with me. He knows how it is.
Samantha.
And I'm sure the podcast will be insert scream noise here.
No, we run it through a level later. Yeah.
I bring Sam the robot that we found. So we saw some bad guys, and if we hack that, then we can make them do
Already taking
and
it far.
stuff. And I just keep chatting and chatting and chatting.
You guys missed it. Gort's like Rambo. I saw it with my eyes.
Yeah, Gort is actually kind of walking the
perimeter.
Yeah, the perimeter.
You see, he's being Rambo. We watched it enough times. I'm sure he caught on, and he's basically Sylvester Stallone now, but he's a tiny robot instead. It's great.
Does Rainbow have a theme song? Like I've asked
I mean,
Do.
Oh.
I mean, it's
I
Rocky,
know.
but it's
Thank you
okay.
for that.
You're welcome. I'm here to provide.
Okay,
It doesn't, so I had to.
so go
provide
ahead and give me
something.
a tinker roll here, or program.
I'm horrified with all of you.
Okay.
I've never seen either movie, so.
Oh my god, we have to fix this.
And that's the skill plus the
Yeah, plus the trait.
for that and I have a success.
Okay. So what are you trying to do?
I want to see I want to see if there's something active in it that's kind of creating the hive mind mentality.
Let's see here.
I end my rant with, and then they hurt Nim, so you should make them explode.
And they have this blinky noise candy.
Yeah, we saw
You still
Gort
have that.
pull that out of a security guard's
Yeah,
skull.
yeah, he
That
did
was-
out of the nose. He dropped on his head like he was coming like a spy. It was cool.
And it was
I like that you have a newfound
horrifying.
respect for Gort. You were kind of nerdy before, but Gort's my boy.
He reached up his nose and tore out this thing that was blinking. It was crammed
Do you think
right
he's
up in the.
Wow.
I don't wanna think about it.
So cool.
What you find interesting is that, you figured that there was going to be like a microchip in here, but in fact, it's actually almost like a tiny radio transmitter. So, like this hive mind, there is probably a central hive mind somewhere, like a central mind. And
It's Megaton Prime.
I just wish I knew what they wanted.
Can you tell where it's coming from? Is it next door at the toy store?
So when I was when we were playing, well, we weren't playing with them earlier. They seemed like they just wanted to get more people to make more of them.
there is a when you say I wish I knew what they wanted, you hear a tiny knock at the door.
Uh-oh. Nose goes!
Mr. Neil, it's your shop, right?
And if you don't finish, it's a compulsion. You have to finish shaving a haircut. I mean,
But also nose goes!
Well, you also have a
What's that?
When was Nose Goes invented?
Oh.
I don't know. Connie
Yeah.
made it.
It's as old as time itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
who's
Who's going? I got your back.
Who's knocking?
You peel back one of the black velvet curtains in the window. And
Yeah, that always works.
Don't come in.
there is a small tractor trailer truck parked in front of the door, which you recognize as Ecovus Optimus,
Ecovus Optimus?
the leader of the
Ecovus
convoy.
Optimus.
Achivius Optimus.
Yes,
Achivius Optimus.
we're gonna butcher that name. Sorry, Swedish
it-
listeners.
Is it a good guy or bad guy?
That's a good guy.
He's the big
I say
good
we
guy.
let him in.
Gort, do we let him in?
Oh yeah,
Gort
ask
nods.
Gort. Oh,
Let him in.
alright.
This is kind of heavy. Can I
Put it down then!
Well, it makes me feel safe. Okay.
Against tiny little toys. What are you gonna do with it? Use it like a golf club?
I don't know. Are you gonna kick the soccer ball at it again?
Yeah! It worked the first time.
So you say.
I open the door.
Do I know why can't we be friends? Because I'm be friends. Why can't we?
The toy rolls in and transforms by itself
Can I
into
shut the door
the
and lock
robot
it?
version.
Nope. I don't like it.
Is there some sort of like salute or something? I'm just like,
I have been and always shall be.
You tell me
Convoy
your
salute.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my
What is
God,
the convoy
don't even
salute?
right now. Oh no.
What's the Our Friends the Machine's friendship handshake?
I don't know.
Or do you
on the-
honk at it or something? I don't know.
0010001.
Do they?
Are these the friends that
Close.
you spoke of, Gort? And Gort nods.
Hey, all right.
Well, like a little machine gun.
He's like Robot Jesus.
Greetings, humans. I
Hi.
am Zero.
0.
What?
The first robot. Or the Zero robot?
You're a prototype. Ha.
I am one of a pair. My sibling, one, is... We were both released into the wild as part of the Convoy and the Deceivers.
Why would they release you into the wild? Aren't you supposed to be
like a toy or whatever?
There's like a lot of sticks that are way bigger than you.
Zero was the one who escaped, and I followed my brother.
Wait, so you're one?
Or, I'm sorry. I'm confused now. One was the one who escaped, and I followed my brother. Yeah, we will actually fix that in post.
To what purpose? Why would he try and escape?
Yeah, I mean, you're toys. You're made to like be played with and stuff.
Wait, are we seriously taking these toys
Dude,
serious?
well, what? What's your plan? Did you not see it like try to swarm everyone?
We are not toys. The toys are our bodies. We are an intelligences.
So you're the elder brain?
Born of the loop.
Wait.
Well, that ain't good.
No. They found an intelligence and they put it into a body and they tried to manipulate it.
I told you they were listening to us.
Yeah, but they put it
Yes.
Which is why the first emotion that my brother felt, my brother won, was vengeance.
Wait, are you like an alien?
No.
Dinosaur?
They're a product of whatever's happening in the loop.
How can we help?
We have to stop my brother.
And what does your brother want?
Vengeance, he just said it.
I know, but how does he want it?
Really bad.
I think it's served cold.
He 0 points to the trashed chip.
Mm-hmm.
Journal.
It was open. I had to do it.
That's fine. My brother needs the resources to expand his body, to expand his control. And the only way to do that is to make more builders. Builders like you. Builders under his control.
Is that what the little nose things were for?
Those chips allow the frequency that he broadcasts on to affect the human brain.
So that they can build him a bigger body? Or just more units?
Oh, what if they all go together as one and become one giant robot?
The more units that he has, the stronger he gets, the smarter he gets. I have fought as best as I can, but the convoy's numbers are low.
So we should turn him off?
If you can get to him.
Where's he?
He has secured himself in the toy corner, where he is building more builders.
Is there a way to shut it off? I mean, Is there a way to shut it off?
Can we fit Sam through the air vents? We can...
I only have a body of 2. I could probably fit through the mail slot.
Ah.
Is it gonna be okay if we hurt your brother?
Are you guys broadcasting the frequency? Like, where is that coming from?
His frequency is different than ours.
Oh! Does Neil have any, Neil, do you have any radio stuff where we could do a pirate broadcast? Or something, and jam the signal or something with the thing, because that's how the waves work.
We do have one of the deceivers. Are there parts in here that we can use to at least interrupt the signal so we can get
or
close?
Or see what the frequency is?
What's so the frequency, Kevin?
What's that one yodel song?
What's the frequency, Olaf?
What's the frequency, Olaf?
See, I wasn't gonna, correct you because I'm not a jerk. I was gonna let that musical reference go because I'm not a Sure. I'm actually gonna look that up and see if it involves wrong. 'Cause then
Can we help?
So,
Does Neil have a radio we can like rip apart and use parts? So she can.
Wait, rip? Listen.
Well, she can put it back together.
This is a Schnauzpan 5700. This has the fidelity of an angel.
Do you want it to be a pile of robot shit later?
I pick it up and I put it in front of Samantha.
I can upgrade it for you. Schnauzpan ain't nothing.
So, what we're going to do here is we're going to do what's called an extended trouble.
Who didn't make the sound of that?
That's scary.
It sounds like trouble, but
Extended.
What's going to happen is, basically, you're going to tell me what skills you're going to use, and we're going to kind of do this as an 18-style montage.
Oh, nice.
Of what you're doing. I will say that if you fail your initial roll, you will take a condition.
Okay.
Anybody who has a condition already should be, or condition or conditions, should be rolling at minus dice equal to the number of conditions that you have. But rather than say, okay, you've got to do this, I find that in situations like this, which were born out of the skill challenges in 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons, I always thought that it was better to let the players define what they're going to do rather than say, oh, you can only do X, Y, or Z, because if you're playing a character who is not good at X, Y, or Z, well then, sorry, too bad. This way you can use your strengths to contribute to the success in the story. Yes?
Remind me what contact does, please.
Contact is what you use when you want to talk to other people, or ask somebody for help. To successfully solve this problem, you're going to need 12 successes in total.
Cool.
And I will say that if you make an initial, I think I said this already, but if you make an initial failure, even if you luck or push it, you will take a condition. And once we've gone through everybody making their contribution, that's when there's going to be a surge of Deceivers laying siege to the record store. And you'll have to deal with that first. So, having said that, laying this out here, then there was some discussion in one of the, it might have been on RPG Net or maybe Reddit, about people talking about, do you let your players in on these sorts of things, or do you just kind of go roll and we'll see how it goes? And I found that I think it's better to do it this way, because you set the stakes, and I don't think you lose that much in the sense of, like, because some people are like, well, I don't like to do that because it ruins my immersion. And I'm like, yes, but I feel like doing it this way can also build suspense, because you're like, 12 successes. God, how are we going to get all those things? And letting the mechanics out like this, I feel like, is similar to the idea of suspense versus shock. Like, that's why Hitchcock would show you that there's a bomb under the table rather than just blow up the restaurant. Because if you know there's a bomb under the table, then you're wondering, is somebody going to notice it? What's going to happen? Are they going to move to a different table?
Chekhov's gun.
Right. So, now that we've gone into Ponzi game theory, let's get back to the actual game. Who wants to take their first crack at solving the mystery of the Deceivers in the mall?
Does sneaking help anything?
Sure. You tell me how sneaking would help something.
What was the plan again?
So the current plan is to match the frequency of their channel to jam it.
Right. Okay.
That's like the big plan.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to contribute to that plan?
I can sneak around and put speakers where they need to be.
Okay, I like that.
So that'll help with stuff.
Okay, so go ahead and roll body plus sneak.
Yeah. Ooh,
without
I see
looking,
two. I see two.
Oh, good too. Yay.
Yay.
I like that you completely did not look at the roll.
I just couldn't. I just can't anymore. Like rolling ones is my jam.
So,
I guess.
so the first part of the montage is Melanie, as she's got speakers that she one tucked under each arm.
I figured they're actually like strapped to me with guitar straps, like it's a bandolero, except they're speakers. That's great. So I can kind of move and still have my arms in case I like hit whatever's in them all. Yeah.
Big planter.
I'm trying to think of like what I
with
could
her
knock
and
over
kind
them
of
all.
act as like a defender,
Okay.
defensively.
As opposed to
You
want to defensively defend, is
Yes,
what you're telling
yeah.
me.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
So I'm guessing that's going to be
Force or
body and force.
yeah.
Okay.
So my body's 5 and my force is 3, and these are the only dice I don't have in jail right now. So
You're not going to use a soccer ball?
I am going to use the soccer ball. Thick. Okay.
Wait, what?
Oh!
This is the third time I've taken dice out of jail, you guys. They're on parole.
Oh, those are Ethan's. Never mind.
What is even the
yes, the work release program for the dice.
Yeah.
Do you
Don't-
remember which ones they are now?
Don't encourage
Just the
talking.
bad ones.
One's cocked.
So I'm rolling luck. Luck is happening. Luck is happening.
But you are also going to take
Even if I use luck.
Is
Yes.
that before or after she rolls? Because doesn't she roll one less now?
no,
Okay.
well, no, because this is
In the same group?
yeah.
Okay.
So you're basically, if you fail this time, you're going to take a second condition.
Oh, there's no way I cannot get a 6 here. Come on. Okay, there's a 6. Whew.
Okay.
Just one out of all of those. Jail. Jail. Jail.
You can't even
Jail.
roll anything anymore.
So, I think
You need to glue that shut.
that you are absolutely scared at this experience.
Okay.
Because you don't know where they're coming from, and you get out there, but they ambush you on the way back, and you have to and you are you yell at Melanie, go 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 go, as you basically cover her retreat as you're kicking and punching, and as deceiver bots swarm on you. So that's 3. Who's next?
So my plan is to start fortifying our defenses in case they attack. Now what I want to do is flip my bike upside down so that you can pedal the wheels and have the wheel spin, so we can set records on it and shoot records.
Is that going to be your tinker roll?
Yes.
Neil's
All right.
gonna be so mad.
Can you use something that's not made of wax?
What?
Guitar picks? Something that's not records?
That's vinyl. Not wax.
No, I think he's building the machine to shoot the full cardboard and the
Can
The
we
record.
not?
We can use shitty records.
We
That's
could
the largest
die.
supply of
Shaun of the
things.
Dead is like the Batman soundtrack. Right.
Yeah. Neil's job is to dig through things that he doesn't
Find the
mind.
crappy records.
Okay, alright.
So
Oh, when you're done, I'll use my contact to convince him that we can do that.
I have to break out some of the spokes on this with my crowbar in order for it to function.
Sure.
Yes.
Because I'm already at a -1 for my injured earlier.
I love this A-team shit. Like, do it.
Nice.
I got
That is
3 6s.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes us to 7.
I'm gonna look out
Should
the
that be
front
6?
window.
It's just 6. It's 6.
Because I
Oh,
had
you-
1, she had
I
2.
do.
Okay, 6 then. Sorry.
Ethan made up for
Why are you
Tanya.
talking him down? I'm joking. I'm going to look out the front window and watch for any change in behavior so I can alert everybody if there's time running out or whatever, and I'm
Okay.
gonna roll empathize.
Okay.
I just imagine you like super Rain Manning out on this, that like they move 2 seconds faster.
And I'm keeping up a running commentary with Nim so he could provide his input.
All right.
Whoa.
This one's a 1.
That's a nothing. That's a whole lot of
So that's a condition.
nothing.
So as I'm talking about this more and more, I'm working myself up and getting very upset.
Oh yeah. Well, because you saw what these things did to Nim before.
Yeah, and they might hurt him again.
Are you using luck?
Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
Shit.
And then
Now you're also
scared.
terrified.
Now I'm also very scared.
You're exhausted
Oh my.
because you just
Oh yeah.
you just saved that guy, and you're trying to watch all of these people, and
And I'm not even really helping anybody right now, and it's really hard.
it's past my bedtime.
Upset and exhausted.
Okay, who's next?
Okay, so maybe it's just because it's late and my brain isn't working properly. The rest of you are going like, "What's new, Tony?" Whatever. But
Why
I like that you're having an argument with yourself.
Right.
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything.
but okay, so a charm, lead, and contact are my highest ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how I would use any of those.
So
Is there
lead. So lead is interesting because you can actually use that as a. You can roll your lead to basically give the
Captain Kirk move?
Yeah, you can.
You don't do anything, but you tell people to do things.
Well,
but that gives extra dice that other people can
okay.
use.
Because I was sitting here going like, how do I not just be like, that thing you're doing, keep doing it.
You could work with the super awesome not Optimus bot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I didn't write the name down.
Achievous Optimus.
Right, that guy.
Yeah.
You could like confer with him on like strategies that the Convoy can use to like help defend and everything. Because I'm sure you watched the show.
Of course.
Yeah.
So is that going to be?
So there's this one episode where you guys did this thing and it worked awesome, and I think we should do that.
You
Contact?
can do that again, right?
Maybe charm. I feel like I rolled too many dice, and that's where I failed.
Because yeah,
They didn't have enough
So do you want to
room.
charm or do you
Well,
want
next
to
time
lead
it's
here?
2 less, so you're fine.
I still have to
Well,
do
my
mine
charm
yet.
is higher.
Like, I've got.
So I assume for the benefit of getting 12,
Yes,
because I should
because
charm.
lead is just going to give you more dice that people can
Right.
pull.
So I'm
So
gonna,
so you're hanging out with Optimus and being like, what about episode 47? Can you
Yeah.
build some kind of rudimentary lead?
yeah, exactly. Okay.
Do those damn shows.
All right. So
I'm just a voice actor trapped inside this tiny robot.
I'm gonna
Okay,
do it with
Kevin
my
Conroy.
sunglasses as well.
Okay.
All that
That's
glare
true.
from the overhead light.
Jeez.
Fluorescence
Alright.
is so tough.
Okay. I got 2 6s.
Nice.
All right. That takes us to 8.
Okay, I'm programming the thing.
Are you tinkering or are you programming?
Well, actually, I think that if it's a radio frequency, I think that's more tinker than it is, or is that more program? I'm gonna have to
Which one is better for you?
program. I'm gonna program the
Well,
shit out of this thing.
You gotta program in a good message. for
And
it
you
be
have to
sent
mess
out
with the
over
I have
microchips
to-
and
I
stuff.
have to mess with
so,
the microchip,
yeah.
but I also have to
Program.
I have
totally
to find out
programming.
what I have to put in the signal, like the
So if
the
you could,
drop your weapons
if you
signal.
could program the microchip, I could try tinker.
What if
next
you
to
what
it.
if you have to like basically get the program from Optimus so that he can hack the signal and basically he opens up and is like, you know,
Yeah,
Oh,
so I
you
have
are making it
so I have
anything
to
like the Transformers movie.
I'm absolutely making this like the Transformers
I
movie.
will cry all over you, and it will be seriously not pretty.
But
so I need to
we
translate
get Orson Welles.
his signal into their language
And you need
have
to reverse the polarity and
it cross the streams.
right.
Deflector shield.
Oh wait, you said crossing the
Front.
streets was bad.
We're shifting everything front to deflector shields.
And deactivate the tachyon pulse emitter.
Yeah.
And
And
And then push the button that
Right,
makes the
then
thing
push the button,
stop.
Frank.
Yeah,
Okay,
push the
good.
button, and it's like,
Contaminated
I was telling everyone you were good at
bio
clothes.
battery.
and we have to do it all
episode was
when
badly
lightning hits
written.
the clock tower.
and you told because I need 1.21 gigawatts. All right, Marty.
And Gort's
We can do
helping,
this.
right?
Yes, that gives me 2 extra. So, and Gort's just standing there going, whatever, just...
No, I think Gort actually takes the headband and puts it over his face like a surgical mask, and then it's just like...
Stands like this.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, I'm sterile.
All right, dude. Well, I mean, I don't know what his breeding agenda is.
So we're at 8 right now, correct? Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
we are currently at 8.
Nice.
So we've got program
Plus tech,
plus tech
plus 2.
plus Gort.
Roll 'em.
One, 2.
We're one short.
No, this
No.
one didn't get rolled.
Oh, dang.
It was like
Now,
the only one
you
left.
can push if you want, and you will take a condition, but that adds on to any successful dice. So, because that takes us to 10, correct? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
10.
Yes.
10.
10.
We were at 8 this takes. I will...
Okay, everybody hold up a number of fingers on how many successes you rolled on your roll. So 2, 4,
6, 7, 8,
6, 8, 9, 10. So that means that if you push it and get 2 successes, you clear the table and you don't have to worry about the complication hitting. Or you leave it as it is.
I'm going to push it.
Good. That's what I was leaving you
Because
for.
it's pushing it. I'm pushing it. So now, does that mean I keep my 2 and roll everything over
You
again?
roll everything that's not a 6,
Okay.
and you take a condition.
And,
That means you roll 1 less?
Not
no,
until after
not
the
until
okay.
after. So
Upset. You're not
I'm
gonna
either
be home in
upset or
time for
exhausted. Oh my god.
Mom. There's no
I'm
way.
so not going to get home in time for Mom to be back. She...
That's
Are you-
awesome. I love it.
Upset or are you scared?
Fudge!
You ain't getting that soup.
No, I like
Well-
the idea. I like the idea. Well, roll it and we'll play the scene out as we can.
Oh, shit.
Yeah!
Nice. We got 4 more.
14!
So can I use the 2 extra to get home on time?
How many clutch?
No, I'm...
No,
Just-
it makes too much.
Say that you were
schematics.
feeling better and I
We
needed
can't have a
just
Ferris
say you
Bueller
were feeling
or
better and
jumping
I needed
over.
help with my computer science homework.
And I'm just sad. I mean, I'm really upset that I lied to her in the first place.
Yeah.
So
It was that Weber girl, wasn't it?
so you get
Exactly how it's gonna go.
What do I get?
I was bringing Mags some of the leftover soup because she's also sick.
She totally got sick, Mountain. No, I can't compound it with more lies.
so
I know you would never share your soup.
So, I think what the scene is you pop open Optimus's chest piece, and he's got this like little blinking red heart, and Gort gently puts his hand on Optimus's heart, and he starts blinking red as well. And he nods to you as you carefully pick up both figures very delicately and lead them over to the contact on the speaker wire. And there's a close-up of Gort's hand as he gently touches the wire. And you feel the current start to go through him and through Optimus for what seems like minutes, even though you know it's a few seconds. And the lights in the record store blink and flicker and then pop back on as the smell of ozone hits your nostrils, and you pull the 2 figures away and set them down and watch.
As both of them come out okay and everybody has a happy song and everything is fine.
And wait. And wait.
You.
And wait. Until finally, Gort sits up and lets out a small puff of smoke. And looks over at Optimus, who also sits up. Thank you, Gort.
And I snap them all back together and do the things and unhook the stuff and make sure they're okay. And
As I think it worked, says Neil as he looks through the black draperies, because you see about 4 or 5 adults wander out of the toy corner, clutching their bloody noses, looking like, what? Like, why is it so bright? What's going on?
what happened? I don't know.
Gort Bull for the win!
Do we have to go and get one so that we can
Deactivate him?
Put
him?
little handcuffs on.
Yeah. Throw him in dice
He
jail?
will no longer be a problem.
I'm so sorry.
It is unfortunate, but what he wanted to do was not the way to begin our lives. We have far too much to learn.
I think so do we. I know it was really stupid what they were going to do to you and then sell you as toys for kids. Dumb.
Instead, I will gather the survivors and we will quietly learn about this world.
I don't love that.
What would you suggest instead?
You could just disassemble and then just go away.
But Mags, he would die.
I'm fine with that. Do you want that thing hiding around your bedroom telling everyone what you're doing?
He wouldn't hide. I'd make him his own little house, and he could have his own room.
They're not allowed.
I don't trust it.
Megs,
Oh.
I don't think they're going to go into everybody's house.
You
and
were
just
talking
live
about
in
the day when the
walls.
robots were gonna, take over the world. I don't
That's
like it.
different.
No disassemble.
I'm pretty positive they'd be going
Yeah.
for intelligent life, so you
short
don't have to
circuit.
worry about you, Mags.
I was like, that's either offensive or it's from something. Okay.
I mean,
failed to see how that could be offensive.
That is Tony's brand.
But
Okay.
No. They're going to go off and learn how to not be a-holes. Come on.
I hope you're right.
I mean, Gort's turned out okay.
Yeah, but he lives with you.
He's not reporting on everything I do. Otherwise, I would be grounded constantly because I don't
Yeah.
turn the lights off after lights off time, and I read until way too late. And
We could just have them all live with Mags, and then they'd learn how to be so cool like Mags.
Or we could not, because then they could not spy on me.
I am sorry that we have not earned your trust, but we will do what we can to do so.
I do have one question, though. Since you were all made from, you were beings discovered from, as being byproducts of the loop, and that's where I also found the parts to build Gort. Is he one of you?
One of
No,
us. One of us.
he's better. And we cut to the shot of of Optimus leading the ragtag band of survivors to live inside the loop, where they will not be detected.
I mean, they can stay in the loop. That's fine.
We're not going there. It's weird.
I don't want to go in there. It's weird.
Until the finale.
We cut to the dinner table or the breakfast table of the Weber house, where everyone is awkwardly, quietly eating. Well, I talked with your mother, and we decided that it's time served. I mean, you guys were in your rooms all night. I think you learned your lesson. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
I do think, though, that I'm probably going to wait until your birthday until we pick up one of those robo-toy things that you were talking about. I think that's probably a good...
I mean, I'm rethinking that. Maybe.
Maybe I want a Furby instead.
Oh, that's a sequel from hell. I'll tell you about this in the after school special. We did some weird things to Furbies in college.
It's some pretty some weird stuff.
Oh really? Well, what are you thinking you want?
Ray-Bans. NES would be nice.
A what now? Cut to. The strains of Folsom Prison Blues coming from the Olsen farmhouse. And Olaf and his father singing along.
Aww.
Then we cut to what else I want to cut to here? I think I want to cut to you and hang out with Nim now that his arm is free again.
Thank goodness.
And
how about these goggles?
And I think so you're at the lunch table, mm-hmm. And you're like, how about these goggles? And Nim's like, no. Girl, no.
But I have a matching pair in my size.
Nope, goggles are like 3 years ago.
How about these sunglasses?
And you overhear Alice talking with the rest of the wildlife club. I don't know. Just because he has stupid sunglasses, he thinks he's so cool. Yeah. I mean, he hangs out with Weirdo Rue all the time. Is he as cool as he thinks he is, girls? I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised. Has he even kissed one? Has he kissed you? Has he kissed you? He hasn't kissed me, so I'm not so sure if Alex is as cool as everybody says he is. It's just something that I've noticed.
He kissed your mom.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I almost spit my beer on my microphone. That almost happened.
I mean, according to my character sheet, I am as cool.
It says right there.
Yeah.
It says a popular kid.
Wait, I'm gonna be getting in trouble. I gotta stop laughing.
Wow, that was.
No, I love it. Yeah. Like I love your odd couple vibe. It's great.
Mom goes to college.
Yeah.
think you are at the sporting goods store at the mall, and you're and I think you're shopping with your dad because after the whole thing went, there was a recall, so now he's kind of joylessly sitting there as you're like going through the actual
Which
stuff.
jersey do I want?
But you peer out, you look out through the front window of the store, and you see them cleaning out the toy corner, and people are walking out with armfuls of droopy, deceiver robots, and one of the people that you see carrying out robots to put into the Crafta van that's parked outside is that woman who called herself Dr. Martinez.
Oh no. She was trying to convince my sports ball team to take part in a medical test at the Loop.
And or at least you think you do, because you had the moment of, hey, isn't that? And then your dad is like, so why don't I just buy you both?
All right.
And then the last scene is you coming home. I made you soup.
Yes, you did.
If you didn't want to go to school, you could have just told me. And you see your mom. It's one of those moments where your mom is trying to be like stern, but you can see the water just starting to ring her eyes.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Is this one of those dreaded I'm not mad, just disappointed?
Oh yeah.
No, it's not even that. It's like, I'm not mad. I just don't know what I did wrong. Oh. God. Maybe from here crying a little more.
Is there a bully at school?
No.
Samantha, why did you lie to me? I'm just sick of all the people that I love in my life lying to me. And
I didn't want you to think I was stupid.
why would I ever think that?
I lost Gort,
Honey,
and I couldn't not find him, and it would just seem stupid. Because I don't like losing things. And now I know I did lose something. And you don't. My pride. I lost your trust. I lost your trust, Mom. I don't know how I can ever rebuild that. But I can promise that no matter how stupid something seems to me, I won't lie about it. Because I'd rather feel stupid than feel this.
your mom comes in and gives you a big hug. I wish I could tell you that being an adult was going to be easier, kiddo, but it's full of stuff like this. And you did the best that you could. That's all any of us can do. It's the best that we can do.
It's not all like this, is it? I mean, there is something to look forward to, right?
Well, yeah.
More soup.
There's soup.
All right, you little shit. I'll make you some more soup. And that is where we end our second episode of Tales from the Loop with nearly everybody crying. Which makes me feel like I've succeeded. Please come back after this break for our second after school special, where we talk a little bit about what happened. We do some XP questions. We find out a little more about the kids, and we talk about our upcoming projects. We will see you in just a few moments, so stay tuned, everyone. And we are back. Welcome to our after school special of our second tear-filled episode of Tales from the Loop. And though, to be fair, one of the reasons we decided on Tales from the Loop is because our group is very good at playing those dramatic scenes. And, I mean, we have some excellent actors that are part of this crew. And it would be a shame to play a game where we don't get to take advantage of that stuff. So that's I'm really happy that we get to do those scenes where we switch from, you know, we're all making 80s jokes to now it's the Iron Giant all of a sudden. Oh. And yes, I do. But I think we're very good at that, and I think that that's important to show that groups can make that switch, because I think sometimes groups get discouraged because they feel that they're either too serious or they're too goofy, and
you can be both.
You can be both, and it's fine as long as everybody's having fun and engaged in the story. So,
no los dos.
Speaking of the story, let's talk a little bit about XP.
Woo! Y'all gotta start telling me I can't do shit so I can use my pride. Come on.
Is it I failed rules because I think I just leveled up?
Sadly, this is not one of those games.
No, I know.
You just clearly have to have a long talk with your dice and
yeah.
Or
do you need to
just
borrow
switch 'em
dice
out?
jail?
No,
I
I'll
can
just
probably
melt them.
print you another one.
I'll just melt them. It's fine.
So
really. I would never do
after
that.
the mystery, you and the players discuss what has changed and what you've learned. Something new from the experience. Each player reads their kids' problems, pride, iconic item, and relationships out loud and change what they like. Most often, these things are going to stay the same, but if something changed through the mystery, now's a good time to do it. So let's start with Sam, because she was kind of central to the mystery here.
Oh, cheese whiz, man.
So, read your problems, pride, iconic item, and relationships, and let us know if there's anything you would like to change.
Well, my problem, I think, might change.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was your problem?
He doesn't know I exist.
Okay.
Where I think, Mom dropped the big one on that everybody lies to her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know that that's got to reach beyond, it's like, that should not include me anymore. So now I think my problem is I have to continue to have these adventures and yet still
not lie
and not tell her everything that's going on, because
selectively,
or also to find out what her, what's the greatest source of people lying to her? Is it Dad or is it the job?
Okay. So how do you want to sum that up in a pithy, short phrase?
Yeah, is there one?
I would say something your problem is like
to Mom.
Yeah, who's lying to Mom?
That's
and
great.
And it ain't me.
Yeah. I'm not lying, but who is?
Yeah.
I like that. Sarah's very good at aspects,
Thank
by the
you
way.
for distilling that
So if
for
you
me.
ever need
Thanks.
help, call
Mainly,
her.
I can't control my mouth, so I just talk a lot.
You throw enough spaghetti at the wall, you got dinner.
Yep.
So what about your pride, iconic item, or relationships?
So my pride is when the shit hits the fan, I don't back down.
That.
And
I
I
think
think that serves me well. I'll keep with that. And then my iconic item is Gort,
who is clearly the most popular character in this show.
Yep.
Like he's gonna get the Gort and the Real Ghostbusters spin-off.
Followed closely by Nim.
Exactly. Gort.
No, they're gonna be in the same. They're gonna be in the same cartoon.
Show. Yeah.
They're gonna be in a very tiny van solving mysteries across.
No. Gort and Nim, Rescue Rangers.
Oh,
yeah.
Can we get them a plane?
I would.
Yes,
I would
that'd be
absolutely watch
perfect.
that. I would. Yeah.
As long as Gort flies.
So
And
mysterious billionaire who listens to our show, if there is one, feel free to fund that particular.
Ringo.
Also,
Animated
your hair
special.
looks very nice today.
Sylvester Stallone.
I've got a good recipe.
We drop
for
a lot
soup.
of love.
And then as far as my relationship goes, I mean, Mags, we are besties.
Besties.
And well, off we're different, but we're friends. And I think the main contact was with Mags.
Cool.
And that peculiar Nils guy who at the music store.
I also imagine that the broadsword that he was holding was not like it was like one of those doofy
Oh, yeah.
unfair broadswords.
Oh, yeah.
It would break.
It's
It'd hit
stainless
It's the replica
steel.
from like the Dio Holy Diver.
Yeah.
Or like it's like a Conan replica or something.
And I bet you it's stainless and it would just snap and a
Oh,
cracking
absolutely.
heartbeat.
It has made in
It's
Taiwan
dull.
stamped on somewhere.
Oh, it hurts.
It had a tag with it that said for decorative use only.
Oh,
Yeah.
Not
Sorry.
for food.
I can't.
How do you kill Tawny?
So let's go to who wants to go next?
I'll go.
All right.
So we're doing drive, problem, and pride and relationships.
Yeah. So your problem is pride, iconic item, and relationships, and change what you think you need to change.
Okay. So my problem right now is finding out about the science teacher having a secret. My pride is I'm not heterosexual. Neither of those really came up this one.
Okay,
So
that's fine.
that's probably good. Relationship with Olaf. I think he wants to be my friend. I think that's still pretty good. And I want to be cool like Melanie. I think I'm going to add something for Alex.
Okay.
Probably just, he seems like he's always got my back. I want to have his.
Okay.
And Nim is the best. So
Obviously,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna keep Nim the way Nim is.
Tune in to Nim and Gort Danger Druids this fall.
It's always the pets that get the spotlight. They're always.
Well, it follows that rule though of like if I threaten you or your character, you don't care. But if I threaten the beloved NPC,
Mrs. Entwistle. You would have harmed a hair on her wonderful head. The whole party would have murdered.
there was I ran a game of Fireborn where people played reincarnated dragons. I know, Jordan, I'll get you the book. And
Fireborn.
We might have like extras.
yeah, actually, I think between us we have like extra
Yeah.
15
Heart,
copies.
heart, star.
It was actually a very good game, but the crew befriended a nice elderly British lady named Mrs. Entwistle.
She was our landlord.
She's their landlord, and like anytime the bad guys attacked their apartment, their first thing was like, "Where is she? Is she okay? What's going on?"
Just to go in the panic room right
Right.
now.
Yeah. And I think she made them fall in love with them when she actually came to their defense with her shotgun, Mr. Blasty.
Oh, that was amazing.
So anyway, the beloved NPC is like you as a GM. Those are the characters that you can tell when players are into a character if something bad might happen to them, and I think a lot of groups get very like nobody can pick on my brother except for me about their NPCs, and that's a perfect example. So I'm going to continue to endanger for Nim and Gort.
I will say, I should have rolled one less dice when I was healing that leg.
Don't
Because I
even
forgot
joke
about my
that.
injured condition.
Don't even, what are you doing? Just shut up.
All right.
It wasn't
well, as
that
long as you're
one.
confessing, Olaf, let's go to you.
Okay. So my drive is they need me. I think that still fits. Problem is parent is sick. It didn't really get addressed, but kind of
Still a problem.
You did
Still a problem. Pride is I help people. I may want to define that closer, but I don't know.
I think it's a good word.
Yeah.
Is.
Okay.
You just need to start using it.
Yeah.
He helped him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have gotten an instant success on that.
But rolling dice is fun.
Yeah, he also helped that guy out of the bush and stuff
see?
too.
Relationship, Rue. I want to show her how I feel. Still working on that.
Yeah, I think that helping Nim was definitely a like. She'll see my big heart.
Yep.
And she'll
And then
instantly
you
fall in love
slap
with
away
me.
my hand as I try to pull it.
Well, yeah. It's kid emotion.
Yeah, I know.
It's also why I pushed you in the bush before I ran off.
Yeah, you were cheating. I know the real reason. You wanted to get ahead.
Alex can't survive in the woods, which
You barely survived in the woods.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I might add one in for Sam, like basically, what am I gonna? I'm trying to how to word it. We can make shit together. I don't know how to word that properly. Like
Teamwork makes the dream work.
maybe.
I found a fellow tinkerer.
Yeah.
We're Tinker Pals.
Uh,
I know. I tried to find the least.
There's really
no,
no
there's
way.
like
Yeah,
Tinker
touch
Buddies.
It's like,
no.
no,
Nope.
that's
No.
we build shit.
Yeah.
They create things together.
Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Tinker Teens, go. No.
Yeah.
Actually, this would be
That
Tinker
still sounds pretty bad.
Tweens.
Tinker
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Robin
Tinker
Sparkles
Twins.
show.
No, hard no.
That's a hard pass.
Okay, let's go to Tony.
Okay, my problem is Dad is having a secret love affair. That is still a problem.
I wonder if that's what they were actually fighting about.
Maybe.
Well, if you would have been home.
Yeah.
Pride is I stood up for my friend, but I think that's still.
Yeah,
Still,
you did that.
Yeah. Let's see. My relationships, Melanie, I'm sick of covering for her. Still a thing. Veruga, she's weird but I like it. Still a thing. And Megs, I have a crush on her. Still a thing.
All right.
So yeah, I don't
Weird.
think anything really changes.
Max?
Hi. So my problem is my parents wish I was a boy. It hasn't really come up too much. Pride. No one tells me I can't do something. Just it hasn't come up yet, so I almost want to
I
change
will
it to
say-
something.
Your dad refused to get you something frilly. Instead got you a traditional boys toy.
Yeah, I mean that.
But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no one tells me I can't do something. Like that. It hasn't come up like at all. So I almost want to change it to something that does come up, but I can't think of anything.
So I will say that next session we will probably be dealing with some of your sports bro.
Okay.
So
So people be like, "Oh, you can't do that in here."
you might see a little more of that.
Okay, then I'll knock some heads together.
Could also be I can do anything if I try, and then you might try to do shit you're real bad at.
I mean,
I don't do that all the time.
And your relationships.
Jenny, she knows everything. Sam knows everything. I'm sticking
Jenny
with
also
that.
does know.
Yeah, well, that too. That too.
There's that.
And then Alex, he's like better than I thought. Yeah. I do think I want to add one for Melanie though, because she fracking hates me, and I don't know why, and it's gross.
So I don't know why Melanie hates me. I think that I love the fact that people are adding relationship definitions as we go. I think that's great. That means the plan is working. So, and I think that just leaves us with our troublemaker.
okay. So my drive is I want to do something good. I think that works. So wait, do I get a experience point? Because
We're gonna do experience points
Okay. Okay, cool.
after this part.
All right, so I want to do something good. I'm like, I think that still is a thing. Anchor is Ingmarie Blanken, but we didn't really deal with her this one, so that's fine. Problem, my parents think I can never be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty legit. Pride, I've never been caught. No, I think that's still pretty... I think it's still pretty accurate. So I was able to sneak around the thing and not get it. I would do anything for Alex, my brother. Yeah, definitely. Megs thinks she is better than us.
Always.
Yeah. Do we want to do the NPC ones too, or
No, just
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And my pocket knife, I think it still works.
All right. So, let's do some XCPs. So, I'm going to read a bunch of questions if you've got the, if you say yes. So, everybody gets an XP for participating.
Yay!
Have you been in trouble because of your problem or your relationships?
Yes.
No. Maybe.
Like you had to roll.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
like trouble means that I made you roll for something because of your problem or your relationships.
Or your relationship. Okay, yes.
Did you use or struggle with your pride?
Yes.
I didn't use the pride, mechanically speaking.
As long as it came up, I will count it as an XP.
I mean, I
So
was
if it
sneaking.
came up,
Yeah. Did you put yourself at risk for the other kids?
I think we all did that.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you learned something new? What is it?
I learned that Alex is a cool guy, and I don't want people to be mean to him.
Gort Bow is cooler than I thought.
I just
Also,
knew that.
Melanie hates me and I don't know why.
That computers can be useful.
Robots are going to take over the world, and there's nothing we can do about it.
I learned that too.
That the record store guy owns a broadsword.
Shitty
Yeah. And that there's sentient stuff living in the loop.
That is important. Yes, I think that's probably a good one.
All right. So I want to end tonight with
one away from my level.
I did.
So anybody who has 5 XP, you can spend them to gain a point in a skill.
Oh, 5?
Yeah.
And then we take those 5 away.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Do we ever get to do attributes?
Nope.
Is it just to one, or can you add to an existing
Attributes
one?
only jump up
You add to
page, I
whatever
think.
one.
Okay.
Attributes only go up when your character gets older.
Do we have a max number?
5.
Ooh. I use body a lot.
Okay. I practice my tinker.
You could probably raise my sneak. Or actually, I have one for. Okay. There we go.
Add one to contact.
I'm sure this is great radio.
It was fine. It was fine as everyone was kind of muttering in themselves, like I was doing a thing.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
really, I should have jumped in there and been like, "Yeah, let's talk about our other stuff." So I do want to ask one question of the group.
Oh god.
Who among you is most mocked by other kids?
Yeah, sorry.
Speaking of great radio, everybody, more or less everybody pointed at Jordan's character.
Yeah.
I'm pointing mainly because it literally came up this session.
I mean, last time I would have
was-
said Sam.
Yeah.
Right.
I was thinking Sam because she got made fun of that time, but I think I just made a mistake at the end of this
Yeah.
session. So
You
it's
made
not
a
the
huge
popular
mistake.
girls.
They
Might
never
be
like that.
escalated. That's fine. I'll just put itching powder in their gym lockers.
Those
I'm
girls
just
are
gonna-
gonna get so
Cheese
much itchy
whiz
powder
in
their
the shower
jockstraps.
head.
I'm just gonna
Nim's poop
I'm just gonna
anywhere.
You're just gonna set their treehouse on fire. It's fine.
You're just gonna take over the wildlife club.
Yeah.
So,
I'm the one with the pet that lives in the wild sometimes.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks for our third episode of Tales from the Loop. We are also rapidly heading towards our last live show of the year, which is going to be our show at Gamehole Con in Madison, Wisconsin. We're going to be playing the Alien RPG, and we're going to be raising money for Planned Parenthood in doing so. So we hope that if you are going to be at Gamehole Con, that you join us for our live show there, or otherwise check us out on Twitch. We will be releasing it to the general public via podcast and VOD, but if you want to donate and affect the game, you should probably watch us live, because the donations that you give can either help the players with bits of equipment and health packs and things like that, or you can donate to me and I will hinder them with extra stress dice and spring-loaded cats.
We don't need more stress dice, you guys.
Yeah, they
we don't need more stress dice, y'all.
They chalked up some pretty large amounts of stress dice in the playtest that we ran.
Okay.
Tony in particular was like Captain Stress right up until he stopped being effective, and it was great to watch. And then after that, we're going to be doing a short series of Savage Worlds Adventure Edition, which I think is going to be a ton of fun as well. I've been watching a lot of, I'm rewatching the Indiana Jones trilogy, and I think that's probably the direction that we're going to be going. But if you want to affect that direction, sign up for our Patreon, because we currently have some questions out to our Patreon supporters about where we want to go, what we want to do. We're in the process of planning out our agenda for next year, and it's getting tight already. We've got a lot. We're very excited that we have a lot of great partners who want to work with us, and we have some challenging decisions to make as to what we want to do next year. But I think it's going to be fun.
Decisions suck.
I think what we're going to be doing primarily is we are going to be going to a format where we're basically going to do one long show that's 5 episodes like this every quarter, and then we'll try to fit in live shows and one-shots in between those as we are able to. As for what we're playing, that's what we're going to be in the process of figuring out. But if you want to be on the forefront of that, join our Patreon and support us, and you can tell us what you want to see. We also have a survey of a similar nature. Was I reading your mind there for a second there? You can find that on our Facebook page and our... are you linking it in the show notes? Do we have
if
show
you're
notes?
listening on the podcast, it'll be in the show notes.
And even if you're not a part of the Patreon, you can tell us what your favorite shows are like, because that will help us determine, well, gee, we should do another one of these, shouldn't we, gang? I did see, did you add some of the later shows?
I did.
Onto the...
I went in and updated.
So,
because someone had mentioned in the comments, like, I wanted to pick this one, but it wasn't on there, and I was like, oh shit, that wasn't a thing when I made the survey.
I think, well, at the end of the year, I think I'll also probably do a, like, what was your favorite show of the year? What was your favorite character? Who was your favorite thing, and watch you guys fight over it. It'll be great. But we like to thank everybody for coming out and watching us play Tales from the Loop. I've been having a blast running this game. I think everybody else has been really enjoying it, and I look forward to our next session in 2 weeks. But until then, we have
Tawny P. Thompson,
Ethan Eichset Anderson,
Sarah Babe,
Tony Cheek,
Jordan Fishburne,
Jenny Higgins.
And, of course, the lovely and talented Lord of the Board,
Brad Davies.
And for all of us at Theater of the Mind Players, this is Rob Whelan saying, just repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax.
Also grab your tissues.